Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's recent proposal for a full reoccupation of Gaza marks a significant escalation in the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas, which has deeply roots in historical tensions and territorial disputes. This development, reported by various Israeli media outlets, comes against the backdrop of heightened violence and ongoing security challenges stemming from the long-standing Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The origins of the Gaza conflict can be traced back to the mid-20th century, particularly the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, which led to the establishment of the State of Israel and the displacement of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians. Over the decades, Gaza has been a focal point of this conflict, especially following Israel's withdrawal from the territory in 2005 when it dismantled settlements as part of a unilateral disengagement plan. In the years following the withdrawal, Gaza saw the rise of Hamas, a militant group that won the Palestinian legislative elections in 2006. The subsequent conflict led to a violent takeover of Gaza by Hamas, which has since ruled the territory. Israel and Egypt imposed a blockade on Gaza, citing security concerns about Hamas, leading to dire humanitarian conditions for the Palestinian population. Netanyahu's new proposal for reoccupation has sparked intense debate and concern both domestically and internationally. Supporters of the plan argue that it could provide a solution to Israel's security issues, particularly in light of repeated rocket attacks and incursions from Gaza. They believe that a military presence could help dismantle Hamas' military capabilities and bring about a lasting peace. However, critics argue that full reoccupation would exacerbate humanitarian crises and lead to increased violence. Historically, military occupations have often resulted in civilian casualties and significant humanitarian suffering, raising ethical questions about accountability and the protection of human rights. A reoccupation could also ignite widespread protests and resistance, not only in Gaza, but throughout the West Bank and beyond, potentially destabilizing the entire region further. This proposal also needs to be understood in light of recent escalations in violence, particularly the conflict that erupted in May 2021, which saw significant rocket fire from Gaza towards Israeli cities and retaliatory airstrikes that resulted in substantial casualties on both sides. The cycle of violence has underscored the fragility of any ceasefire agreements and highlighted the difficulty of achieving a sustainable peace. Netanyahu's government may also see this proposal as a way to bolster nationalist support within Israel, especially as political factions compete for influence amid ongoing tensions. However, it risks alienating the international community, which largely supports a two-state solution and emphasizes diplomatic resolutions over military actions. The prospect of a full reoccupation raises critical questions about Israel's long-term strategy and the possibility of peace in the region. While Netanyahu's administration emphasizes security, the implications for Gaza civilians, the potential for a renewed insurgency, and the geopolitical impact could have far-reaching consequences. In conclusion, Netanyahu's proposal for the reoccupation of Gaza reflects the complex and often fraught nature of Israeli-Palestinian relations. As the situation unfolds, it is essential for all parties to consider the broader humanitarian implications, historical context, and the urgent need for dialogue toward a sustainable resolution to ensure the safety and rights of all individuals involved. The history of conflict in this region teaches that